This is Chris Keller, just a quick primer on power training for our older clients. Okay, so a couple things on power training. We lose power at twice the rate that we lose strength as we age. All right, so power training is going to be relative to the individual that we're dealing with. Okay, so for some people they're going to jump, some people they're just going to move quickly. Okay, it really depends. Power training is also going to be site specific. Okay, so when we move with our arms, it's going to affect the upper extremity, not necessarily the lower extremity. When we move with our legs, it's going to be opposite. So what we like to do with each workout is we include some sort of a medicine ball exercise as well as some sort of a jump or a fast movement. Okay, the reason that is medicine ball exercise, very safe. We can use balls of various weights. We can also use balls of various densities. So, for my 90-year-old client, this might be just bouncing a stability ball to me, whereas for my healthy 55-year-old, we're doing heavy medicine ball slams. Okay, so it really varies. The other thing is we want to look at contraction type when we're training our clients, because really it's very specific to the task. We have somebody that protects against the fall. That's going to be a way different thing than somebody that needs to move quickly, a lot. So we're going to train different ways. And what that means is that we're going to look at a few different things. All right, we can train, we can do medicine ball training, and generally that's going to be through a toss to me, or a toss to somebody else, or a slam or something like that. We can do it a couple different ways. Right? The first way is we're going to look at is with what we call a non-counter movement. Okay, non-counter movement is just somebody taking the ball and slamming it as hard as they can. Okay, that's it. I'm not using anything else for my body to do that. Whereas with a counter movement, as you can see, I come up onto my toes and I kind of get a stretch there. Okay, so we're training just kind of various qualities, right? I'm using sort of more of the elastic components of my body to slam in that case. That's a little bit more lifelike and realistic. And so this is more of like our client going down to pick something up, or if they're an athlete swinging something or something like that. The counter movement and the non-counter movement are integrated together as far as what we're trying to work on, but they're just training different qualities of the same thing. So if you're working with somebody to do a throw, you could have them just toss you the ball several times. If we wanted to include a counter movement, they could do a squat and then toss the ball. Okay, there's a lot of good things that come from that, because when we talk about non-counter movement throws or just counter movement, non-counter movement slams, we can have them do it in various positions, and now the lower body is sort of acting as a stability mechanism. Whereas when we're moving everything together, that's training coordination between my upper and my lower body. So there's a lot of good value to that. And I think that when we're talking about protecting falls, we're going to need both. Okay, now with our older healthy clients, maybe our 50 or 55-year-old, we'll do things like jump squats. Okay, with a jump squat, I'm not doing this 75 times. The biggest thing here, I'm teaching my client to land quiet on their toes. All right, what we want is to land like a ninja. Start in this position, pause, and just land quiet, as opposed to landing, okay, like a clod hopper on a roof where we can really hear it. And for some clients that can't do that, it'll just be up on the toes and come down. Power training is just the intent to move quickly. So we also have, in our facility, we have what is called a Vertimax, sort of a horizontal thing where clients, and actually they're de-weighted a little bit, and they could do jumps off of that as well. But really, it's just the intent to move quickly. So just having them, come up and down, that would be considered a non-counter movement. Whereas if I start in this position, I load back and then I jump, then that would be, what we consider a counter movement. And again, those two things work together. One thing is, we want to train both qualities, but again, it's power training is site specific, so we want to work on both at the same time together. Again, we're generally working in terms of volume, maybe 2 to 3 sets of 5 for each. We don't need a ton of this stuff, but with doing that, it's going to, again, protect against falls, help with things like neuromuscular efficiency, help our clients to react quicker to situations. So we always want to train that first before strength, because it helps us to prime for strength, as well as helping us to reset that switch, if you will.